Okay. So I'm pretty positive all of us have passed through the heck before, if you didn't live in the dorms or if you did, and you've seen the rock wall and the Mac and been like, do people seriously climb that like for fun? That looks like a death trap. Like, do people seriously do that? I actually discovered it during open rock wall hours this year, and it was a really fun experience. So I just wanted to ask, first of all, have any of you ever been to the rock wall? Climbed on the rock wall? Been on a mountain and climbed? Really? Okay. So a lot of you over here. So as I said before, here at UWSP, we have our home to our rock wall and the Mac. And it's actually a pretty big rock wall. It was built by Eldorado Wall Company. They build a bunch of rock walls all across the country. I did a little digging. And it's free to everyone here, so you all should go do it, seriously. All of you should go do it. It's super fun. I'm not even the rock climbing type, and I had a super fun time going. Other non-UWSP people have to pay, I think it's $40 for 10 climbs, which actually is a lot, or $5 each time they climb, so that's a lot of money otherwise. And then they actually have open climbing hours from Sunday through Friday from 6 to 10 p.m., which is like pretty much every day and every night, except Saturday. So I would definitely go do it if you get a chance to. Like I said before, during open climb, I think on like a Tuesday, I think was my first ever experience, and I went with my roommate. She had taken a class before on rock climbing, and they actually did it without harnesses, so it was even more terrifying than it is with a harness. So she just needed a refresher, and when you first go to the rock wall, you'll get like a waiver. The rock wall workers like give you a waiver, and you just sign it, making sure that you're going to use it safely and follow all the rules. And then he explained to us the most complicated thing I've probably ever learned in my life, even being a health major. And he explained to us how to tie this little knot here. And I was lost for about 25 minutes on how to tie this knot because I didn't know, and I'll pass it around, I didn't know that you're supposed to have 5 pairs. And if you count it, the end one has 5 pairs, and I only had 4 every time that I did it. So I still take like 10 to 15 minutes to get the knot down because it's either too loose or too tight to my harness. The rock wall worker also explains to you how to belay, which is pretty much a concept that's like securing yourself to the rock wall. So if the rock wall was like right here, and you're climbing like on top of it right here, let's say, there's a person below you that's anchoring you to the wall. So they're basically holding you like this, and they're anchoring their top and their bottom hand to let, like, so if you fall, you would just be hanging there. You wouldn't like drop to the ground and die. So there's obviously that. That's probably one of the most important parts of rock climbing. It's not even the rock climbing itself, it's the belayer. And they are using their arms the whole entire time to like tighten the rope and then loosen it up to give you slack when you're coming down or whatever. I actually let my roommate hang for 5 minutes because I didn't know how to get her off the thing. So she was just hanging there like screaming my name, like, Megan, 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 let go. So I actually had to figure out how to do that too. So it doesn't take a lot of smarts to get it. So just to let you know. The definition of belaying, like I said before, is securing a person or a safety rope to an anchor point. And I also said before that they have the toughest job of all. You get a really great arm workout just from doing it. And there's a trick to it to not let you get rope burn and like blisters on your hand too. So if you do come rock climbing with me, I'll teach you how to do that trick. So getting to the climbing, I just want to say that it's not even close to as scary as it looks. I made it over from the beginning side of the rock wall, and then if you guys have seen the part that like juts out like an actual mountain, I made it over there too. It's not as scary as it looks, as I said before. You can follow as many different routes as you want, and the routes are actually the different colored tapes on the little pegs. And I think the picture that's going around has a backside of all the routes that are on it, and I actually put 1, 2, or 3 for beginner's route, medium route, and then a challenging route that you could try. And when I first started, I started on the beginning route and then moved up to the challenging. I kind of worked my way up by going. I think I went 3 or 4 times before I got up to challenging. So you can start wherever you would like to. Some people start in the medium, and some people actually are really good at it and start in the challenging. And then one tip I learned when you're climbing is to not use your arms. I don't know if any of you fellow climbers use that at all, use that tip. You're supposed to actually use your legs to push you up so that you don't get as tired as easily. So don't use your arms and pull yourself up. Use your legs and push yourself up, because that actually gets you not gets you, but lets you have more endurance and lets you climb easier. And although I was intimidated by all the routes, it offers a challenge or a beginner's route, just as I said before. It's something everyone here should try. Seriously, it really doesn't require a lot of athleticism or a lot of determination or anything, but it really gets your endurance up. You get to go spend time with all your friends. I met a lot of people at the rock wall, and you get a good workout in. I hate jogging on the treadmill by myself, so why not go rock climbing with other people? And like I said before, you can start at a slower pace and work your way up. As many times as you go, you get a lot better. So even from the first and second time I went, I got a lot better just by going again. And I just wanted to remind you guys that the rock wall is open Sunday through Friday from 6 to 10, and it's free to all of us, so just climb it, you guys.